DreAllDay.com.
What's up, Dre All Day subscribers? We're going to talk about a stretch you can do to increase your vertical leap. This is something that's in the workbook. If you haven't downloaded the workbook already, it's free. It's down below. It talks about how to jump higher in 45 minutes. But let's take a look. So this is what you're doing right now. You're sitting down and you're watching this video. So your hips are what are called closed. Now when you jump, like this Vince Carter picture, you'll notice the hips open up. They're hyperextended. That means the hips are coming through the center line. So when you're sitting like this all day, something happens. Just like if you had your arm like this all day, your bicep would get a little tight. So it would be a little difficult to extend because this muscle was shortened. So it's hard to lengthen it. The same thing happens when you're jumping. For example, here, your hip flexors, which run through here, they're tight. So it's hard for you to get in a position like this because those muscles that run through your hips have to lengthen. And so all day they're sitting here shortened, and so it's a little bit hard to lengthen them. So that's just like, like I'm saying, with your bicep and tricep. If your bicep is tight, it's hard to extend it because this muscle is shortened and tight. The same thing happens to you when you're sitting all day in a classroom, sitting watching YouTube videos, sitting playing video games, whatever you do. So here is how you fix that. This is something you can do throughout the day, but definitely do it before you play. This is called a psoas stretch. So let's look at how you would perform this. You basically get into a lunge position. You don't need to hear all that, do you? Sorry about that. So you're going to get into a lunge position and then extend your hips through your center line. So notice that I'm leaning back the opposite direction and making sure and tightening this glute as I stretch through. You'll feel a stretch kind of through your groin and through the front of your hips. This is called a psoas stretch. So these are kind of the points. Assume the lunge position, tighten the back glute, drive your hips forward, lean back and twist with your upper body. So if you don't feel this through the front of your hips, you're not doing it right. You should be feeling that through your groin. So again, what this does is your shortened hip flexors are going to loosen up and stretch out, which means it's going to be easier to get into that position you saw here. You're going to have less resistance to thrust with your hips and to get power through your hips because your hips won't be tight. So that's how you can loosen up your hips and jump a little bit higher with a stretch. There are several stretches you can do that kind of prime your body for the jumping motion because several joints in your body become tightened because you are in that position a lot. So what you need to be able to do, loosen up the muscles that are causing the problem, which lets your whole body function better. So you can get the other exercises in the workbook below. Let me know if you have any questions about this particular exercise. And guys, work on your game.
Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.